Hi, I'm Dean Argent, a university qualified mechanical engineer. I'm a licensed motor dealer and the owner of usedvehiclesales.commodoreforsale.com.au. And in this video, I am going to take you on a walk through. Look at that Roddy. The dog's standing there with his bum hanging out behind the car. I'm going to take you on a walkthrough of this. Let's get on track here. 2001 model Holden Commodore VX Wagon, red. Automatic that I have for sale right here on my yard. Now this car has a few cosmetic blemishes. They're minor, and I'm going to take you through and I'm going to show them all to you, and you can decide if you like this car or not. It's priced accordingly, but the cosmetic things are so minor. Let's get into them and have a look. Can you see the hail dents on the bonnet? No? That's because they're friggin' hard to find, but they are there. If I get down here in the reflections like that, you can see a few. Maybe if we do it this way. There we go. Can you see that? They're so hard to find, fair income. If you stand back here like this, you wouldn't even know. But get up there and you can see it has had some dents of hail. And the other thing down in here, you can see that it's got like some sort of little dent thing going on there. There we go. That's all the ugly out of the way. So if you're still with me, come for a ride and I'll show you this. I'll show you this car, show you all the way through it. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it's mechanically spot on. Let's go. What I like to do is get down the side here. I'll make my assessment of the car before I purchase it. Now what I'm looking to do, see how I wiggle back and forth, you can see those lines. I'm looking to see dents, like car park dents and stuff. Nothing there. Looking for stone chips, doesn't have any. And besides that dent we pointed just there, have a look up here. See how it's got no stone, no shopping trolley dents and stuff? It just tells me it's been the car that's parked up the other end of the car park, well away from everywhere. So the previous owners have really cared about it. The other thing I like to do is get under here and check that. See how those tyres are wearing evenly across the surfaces? Tells me all the suspension geometry, steering componentry and all that's doing exactly what it should. So the combination of straight tyre wear, no dents on the panels, no stone chips, tells me it's been owned by someone who actually gave two shits about their car. Now it doesn't only show cosmetically on the panel, it shows underneath as well. So when we pull apart the cars and do our inspections on them, when they come in this condition, you know that mechanically they're going to be sharp. If they come in a rough looking condition, normally they're rough inside as well. So let's keep going. So it comes with the alloy wheels, which is a groovy looking feature. It is the V6 Ecotech, which the Ecotech motor came out before the Alloy Tech. I don't particularly like the Alloy Tech motors because they are prone to timing chain stretching or timing chain failures, and it's an expensive repair to replace them. These fellas, tough as bricks, they just don't fail. There's no real thing that's like says these are bad. So let's go for a look around inside. You can see there that we've got like all the power windows happening there. We've got the power mirrors there, power windows inside. Got an electric gadget on the seat so you can fiddle with that. That's all working. See how the seat's going up slowly. So if you're short ass, put it up there. If you're a long ass, you put it back down. And then there's the lever there for pull the seat back and forward. Get in here, we've got the cruise control going on. At 216,000, which for this year and this type of car is just nothing. You'll see these with 400 on them and still going strong. So this is a cheap car. Have a look at the general condition all through. I'll give her a start. Starts and runs, like make sure all the lights go out. That's a big thing I like to check. Handbrake lights on because, well, now it's not. Turn the radio down. It's got the air cons cranking, icy cold. Got the radio that's blaring, nice and loud. The steering wheel controls here, they're just for cosmetic looks to look beautiful because they don't work. They don't work because this is an aftermarket radio. They would work on the factory radio. What else can I show you in here? It is automatic. It's got a free kid, comes with it. There you go, and if kid pisses you off, you just put your thumb on it, gone. I think that's a child lock or something, stops the kids operating the windows. But who wants to wreck a good story with a little bit of fact? Let's have a look at these seats. They all do this, they bunch up. They don't tear, well this ones haven't torn, they just bunch up. So there's I'll have a look around there. Pretty neat looking car, eh? I reckon. Cheap. Real cheap. Got the central locking on the keys, and the buttons have, see that? Still works though when you put in the key and do the thing, but just letting you know that's there. So let's have a look in the back here. power windows in the back. Some of these have got the strong arm window winders to pump your guns. This one doesn't. So what you can do is pop that seat down like that. Oh, I just want to show you the condition of the seats. They are not seat covers, folks. They are the seats. Oh, and you got to lift that there, push down, lift up. There we go. So the seats are all in great shape. I'm just laying that down because I want to show you something around here. So as we come around the back here, you can see it is the equipped version, and it's 633 GOZ. Yep, yeah, go the GOZ. So let's have a look about dropping this seat down here. Now the reason I want to do this is because when we get around the back here and we lift that up, oh, we've got this gadget in here as well. So what that thing does, you pull that back and you lock her in there, and try and do this one-handed is interesting. Oh, the dog's come to say hello. Psst. Hello. And he heard a strange noise with that thing, so he's like, oh, what's going on here? So if you see that, we put that thing in, and you can't see much except my ugly mug. But what that's for is so that the grubs can't see what's going on in there, and if they can't see it, they're probably not going to want to nick it. So that thing comes out, you just pull it out. But let's get down here and use your imagination for a minute. Look how big that bastard is. There's enough room in there to put your mother-in-law when you've knocked her off. So if that's your plan, this might be the car for you. If you just want to be able to sleep in it or something like that, well, you could do that too. Down under here's all the tyre well and stuff, all looking good. And there we go. Got the roof racks up on top, and put the mother-in-law up there if you want to knock two of them off, or whatever you want to do. So, but you could sleep in here if you really wanted to. There's no problem with that. They've got enough space to do it. So, and at this price with those kilometres, this is a going to be a pretty robust backpacker type car, or just a cheap wagon for getting around and doing what you want to do in it. So there's a good look through. Let's come around the front and I'll tell you what happens to the cars when they come into our yard here. Did I tell you about the free dent? I will include that for free. So when they come into the yard, there's 3 levels of tests we do on them. We do a road test, a yard test, and a mechanical inspection. And so, trying to shut the door, and this one passed through them all beautifully. So on the road test, we drive a very specific test track, listening for noises. That's passed through, no problem. We put them up on the hoist, which is in that raised roof there. We've got our mechanical workshop, and we do a proper inspection on the car in there. We have a Queensland government licensed inspector come out, and he gives us his blessing that the car has met his standard, and that's called in the form of a roadworthy certificate. So what he says needs to be done, we just do it. So this car has passed a genuine roadworthy inspection. We've serviced the vehicle as well. I'll tell you more about that in a sec. So I prepare the cars properly. That's the long and short of what I'm saying. You can see that we are on dirt. You can see that this here is the security department. You can see that the gates are closed and we're off the beaten track. So we're not the normal sort of car yard where you have concrete and flags and salesmen ready to pounce on you and all that. We are not geared for that shit. What I do is these videos to show you everything that's good with the car, show you everything that's not good, and then you can make an assessment if you want to come out and have a look. So you are welcome to come out and have a look. You just have to let us know when we're coming so we can put the dog away and open the gates up. Someone can be here to see you. So because of this, like I say, we're on the gravel and all that. The reason I tell you all that is because I have the capability to put the money back into the cars, unlike most. Because I don't pay the expensive rent and all that garbage, the cars get prepared to a very high standard. And I don't expect you to believe me. What you should do is go and have a look at my Facebook page and have a look at the reviews. And when you see the vast majority of our buyers get there and they go, the cars were prepared properly, because we have people come from like way down from Cairns and way out from Toowoomba and miles away, and then they drive home. If they break down on the side of the road, I'm telling you, they don't write good reviews on Facebook. So if you're brave enough to have your reviews turned on Facebook like I am, then you can get a good idea what it's like dealing with us. It's a long way of saying the cars are prepared properly, and if they don't meet the standard, I piss them off to an auction, and I don't think twice about it. So don't buy cars from auctions. That's where I dump shit, and not only me, other blokes do the same. There's my sales pitch. How you going? You still with me? If so, great. Let me tell you what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised for. Firstly, it comes 6 months Queensland Rego, all included in the price. Stamp duty, transfer fees, government rip-you-off fees, all that's included. Comes with a roadworthy certificate, as I mentioned before, fresh service, so that means you have no scheduled maintenance for the next 10,000 Ks or 6 months, whichever comes first. It's got guaranteed no money owing, guaranteed not written off, guaranteed not stolen, and I'll show you all that on the paperwork. It's got some other cool thing, some other free thing, I forget. But anyway, there it is, 2001 VX Commodore automatic wagon that I have for sale here. If you need help with your finance, hang on, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. If you need help with your finance, there's a link up the top that says no deposit finance. Put your hat in the ring, the finance guy may be able to help you out. Normally with the lower price cars like this, he can't. But hey, it's worth asking the question. If you want to come down and pay cash, you can do that. I prefer an internet transfer or use the card. Cash is a bit of a pain because I get there and count it and I fuck it up, and then the wife gets up me for counting the money all wrong and stuff, and she's like, nah, look at... So best off if we don't do it that way. But if you want to pay with cash, well, you can. I just prefer not to. That's it. She's been through mechanical, the car's ready to go, and if you're watching this video, then yep, the car is still available for sale. I'm Dean Argent. Thanks for watching this video. If you want it, or if there's any other questions, feel free to give us a call or drop us a text, or just come on down and grab it, drive it home. Whatever you want to do. The cheap ones like this in this condition do not last long. Dive on it if you're interested. Thanks for watching my video, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Bye now.